Hello and welcome to my channel. I am excited to show you a project that I just finished for Country Craft Creations. I used some materials here that I'll go over real quickly with you. I also am going to link the materials in the description box down below. But the main collection I used is a Country Craft Creations collection, and it's called Honeybees and Lavender. And it comes in 3 sizes. I used the 8x8 collection and part of the 12x12 collection. Because my book is 8x10, I did need some of the 12x12. This is the 6x8 they have available also, and I did not use any of this, but wanted to show you what the paper looked like. And I do have a walkthrough of my design team materials if you want to take a look at that. So this collection is a wonderful complement to the Simple Stories collection called Simple Vintage Lavender Fields. Now, I had already purchased this, and so some of the ephemera, well, Tammy sent me some ephemera to use, but I had also purchased some ephemera. So when you see my book, I used a couple pieces of paper from this collection, but I did use quite a bit of the ephemera and the bits and pieces and the phrases and things like that. Okay, so let me show you. Also I use the Artisan Speckle Tone Natural for the base paper, for the cardstock, for wrapping, and for my pages and stuff. Now this is actually a folio, not an album, because there's no hinges, but let me show you. I'm kind of proud of this one. I really do love it. Let me make sure I'm in camera so you can see it very well. Perfect. So the book is about 8.5 actually wide, and it is 10 inches tall, and there are 2-inch gussets or spines, excuse me, on the left and on the right. Okay, so real quick, I did have a double closure just by using the dot ribbon that I love to use. So I have 2 bows to keep it closed. I did matte with purple and then the paper on the sides and on the back. Okay, but on the front I matted with the yellow dot. So I loved this paper, did not want to cover it up, so I thought the paper kind of needed to be the focal point here and not add a whole lot. So the only thing I did add, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little jute bow in sage. This butterfly I cut out from the collection, and I only glued it down in the center so it can kind of be 3D. I have the Be Happy phrase, which is up on foam squares. These 2 came from ephemera packages, and the flowers. Now, the flowers are from either this design team kit or from a previous one. The only thing that I had to stick in was this little embellishment here, and I added 2 leaves, but because there was an empty spot and all my flowers were too big for my design team, so I just stuck that in there. I couldn't have that empty. So let's walk through. I hope you like it as much as I do. There will be a tutorial. So there's going to be a total of 3 videos. This one, a part 1, which is making the cover and the main flaps that you'll see in just a minute, and then part 2 is everything else. Now when I do my videos, I don't always show the matting. Everybody has their own style. That some people like to go 1/8 of an inch shorter, some 1/4, and some people have different papers. So use this video as a way to look at my decorating if you're interested, and that will be helpful. All right, so it is a trifold. So when you open it, let's look at this side first. Okay, so I do have a pocket, and I did outline the house so that it gave it a little bit more interest. And inside I just have one of the cut aparts. This is from the Simple Stories collection, and I wanted a place for some pictures. So you could tuck 4x6s back here, 5x7s, whatever. But I just made a little folio, or a little, I don't know, what do you want to call it? I don't know. It's a little opening here. Looks like a big card, but I have places for 4x6 pictures. Added some layering elements here, but they're open at the top and the bottom, so you can stick your picture there. And then I just left this open so that you could add the pictures of any size, left the back open. I could go back though and add paper because I have a lot of leftover materials, so I might do that. Okay, so that looked real nice in here, and I thought, well, with this house, this cut apart looked kind of good along with it. Okay, glued some flowers on my 2-inch spine, have the Life is So Sweet with You. Now, when you do a trifold, you can't put a lot of depth on some of the covers because then your book won't close nicely. So this one I just added the Amazing and the Heart, and these are flat. And then I, again, combined some different elements, glued them together and did some layering. And then that became a pocket. And so I just matted 2 cut aparts, stuck them behind that feature, and so that they don't fall out and do things that I don't want them to do, I'm going to go ahead and paper clip them on so that they stay. Okay, so these 2 are pretty basic. So then let's go to the center. Now this is the part that I like the most. This also are the flaps I'm talking about in the part 1 tutorial. So it's this these thicker flaps. I add chipboard to mine just to give them some substance. So I struggled with how I wanted to keep these closed. These are doors, and I didn't want to add magnets, and it was too late for ribbon. So I did make this feature that you can use for a closure. It just slides on and off, okay? And I will show you how to make that if you haven't made one before. Just put an envelope there with a little insert that you could write on. Okay, so that took care of the problem of keeping these flaps closed, because they do open like so. So there is plenty of space here. Okay, and then it also goes up, and then I made like a Polaroid place for a photo. And then this is a pocket, and I did some layering of the ephemera, left this little ticket open to add some ephemera, and then used some of the cut aparts. This one is from Tammy's collection, Honeybees and Lavender. This is from the Simple Stories collection. So then the bottom is the same. There's more to it than that. I'll just do these flaps first. It does open up, so you have plenty of spaces. I don't know if you can see it all. Okay, this one then will flap down. Excuse me, I didn't do the flap up first. So there's the place for a picture, another pocket, added some of the 4x6 cut aparts, left that open for a little piece of ephemera. Okay, so those are the same features. Now they do then flip up and down. Oopsie. Okay, so I have these to keep this next feature closed. I just cut them out to look like tags. And then this ribbon, you take that, untie it, and take it out of one of the holes. This will flip up, and then you have a pop-up feature. And I did add, I don't know if you can see this very well. I did add some ephemera on the back of that flap, but hopefully you can see that it's 3D, 3-dimensional. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom one at the same time here. I hope you can see it. I only have so much space. There we go. So again, the tags, you untie it, and then you lift this up, and it is a 3-dimensional feature to pop up. I have another piece of the ephemera, added some decoration, and then I have a place for a photo. Okay, let me take a minute to tie these closed so they don't flap around, and then I'll open the next set of doors. So some of you may know that when I do my designing of albums, I don't really have anything in mind before I start. I just sit down and I start designing. So this one took me a little bit longer just because it's an 8x10, and a lot of times I don't do books that large. And because it had a 2-inch spine, I had plenty of space to add some dimension and some features that take up more room. Let me tie this one. So the book comes together, and there's still plenty. It's not like an alligator. You know how sometimes you do an album and there's an alligator mouth. This one fits perfectly. I kept checking as I was going to make sure that everything would fit well. This is hard to tie at this angle. Okay, I'll fix that later. Okay, so then we also have 2 large flaps. These are actually double pockets. So there is, I just took a piece of, look how long that goes all the way down, and I just glued one of the pieces of ephemera with the hello, left that open for either journaling or pictures. And then, like I said, the pocket goes all the way down. And then I have another pocket here, added one of the tabs. And that goes like so. And then I thought this could be a place for a small picture. You could add a white piece of paper to journal. And then that opens. Here's this side. It does the same exact thing. I made a tag, left it plain. Okay. And then added a tab to this cut apart, buzzing through summer with lavender vibes. And I thought the house was cute. There's my jute bow. Okay, so those open. I did add a feature where I kind of like call it lattice, but I only did one direction. I didn't do the crossing. So I just tucked things underneath these little lattice pieces. So that would be a good place to store a variety or put a variety of different pictures. Other side did the same thing. Just stuck some of the ephemera behind here, some of the cut aparts, ephemera. But these are tight, so the pictures don't fall through. Okay, are we good so far? Everybody can see everything, hopefully. All right, and then in the center, this is a belly band, and so I just put some of the yellow dot paper in there, a couple of the ephemera pieces, and added the tabs. And then I have the feature here. I made it 3 1/8 wide so that it fit 3x4 cards nicely. And so you just untie that. And I did not use paper on the inside. I just did 1/2-inch strips down here so that you could see the whole design. So the top page has the full sheet, but then the rest are just 1/2-inch strips. Okay, and there's 12 flips on this one. So then when you add it to your book, you add ribbon behind it to make sure that you have something to keep it from flapping around. But you can add a lot of pictures behind this feature also. And I just wanted one sticking out this direction, one sticking out this direction. Okay, so then these 2 doors close, these come up. Now with the closure that I made, it does, I'm not gonna lie, it takes a little bit of effort to get it started because you have to catch the pages. So you stick that here. I don't know if you can see me doing this. This goes here and then it slides, which is not a problem, but then you have to catch the next pieces so that, and getting one of them in is easy. There we go. There. That wasn't bad. Okay, and see, so look how nice it keeps it. Okay, let's move over to the right-hand side. So I did want a place for a lot more pictures. So these 2 features are exactly the same, just different papers on them. These measure 7 inches long and they're 4 1/4 tall. And so you just untie them. And it is going to hold, like I said, a lot of pictures for you. So you can open it one direction. I don't know if you can see all that. So look at all that, all those spots for pictures and journaling. Or you can open it the other way and you also have a place for pictures and journaling. Okay, and I'll show you the top one, but it's pretty much the same thing, just different papers were used. So you can flip it open one direction and have pictures. And if you flip it the other direction, you also have a spot for a lot of pictures. Okay. So for underneath, for extra photos, if you don't have a spot to glue them in, that doesn't look right, does it? You can place them underneath that belly band we had in the center, or that front pocket, because a lot of the mats, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? A lot of the mats I did were a little bit smaller, so you might have to cut your pictures. Oh my gosh, there, finally. Okay, and so then you put the right-hand side in first, then the left, and if you want to take a look from the top here, that's what it looks like. And we just tie that closed twice. This ribbon works, it's so nice to work with. It's easy to tie, and it looks nice when it's done. All right, so let me just do a real quick reminder. I have the materials linked in the description box down below. I used a full collection, or pretty much a full collection, of the Artisan cardstock. I used the Speckle Tone Natural. I used pretty much a full, I still have some left over, but not a whole lot, of the 8x8 of the Honeybees and Lavender. And I did use about 4 sheets or 5 sheets from the 12x12. And I used basically the cut aparts and the ephemera from the Simple Stories collection. Okay. Seam binding can be found at Country Craft Creations, the jute, the flowers. So go ahead and head over and get your materials, and then be ready to walk along with me as I make it. One nice thing about the tutorial is, because everything has 2, I made one ahead of time to show you what it looked like, so that you know what you're going for as you're working through the tutorial. And then we do one together. All right, so I certainly appreciate you stopping by my channel. Please subscribe if you have not, and the 2 tutorials for this book should be up very, very soon. So be watching for that. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.